Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Henry from SoCal Solar Panel Cleaning, and today we are going to be talking about beginners getting into the solar panel cleaning business. This is video number 386 for me. So I've been on YouTube for a while, and today, since I've been in the business for over 3 years now, I want to talk about getting into the business itself, into the solar panel cleaning business. You guys need to watch the whole thing because I'm giving out a lot of good information on this video. So stick around to the end, what have you. I have Q&A. I will be talking Q&A here, so I'll answer all your questions. Just go ahead and put it in chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions here. And I want to talk about this, and this is going to be on a serious note for me because I've had so many calls today that people have calling, getting into the business and telling me things that just I cringe when I hear it. And so I just want to enlighten you as you coming in as a beginner, even if you haven't gotten into the field yet. The first thing that you guys need to do, okay, the first step is find out who's your competition in your area. Just do a Google search, solar panel cleaners near me on Google. And when you do that, you will actually find out how many solar panel cleaners is in your area and your competition. I'm going to have Susan come in and join me here. So she is my business partner. She does all of my uh, contacts with the customers. She does all of the paperwork for me. So she takes a lot of that off of me. And she does the bookkeeping, everything. And as far as that, I do the labor and I make sure that the job gets done. Now, um, her helping me out is a tremendous weight off my shoulders. So if you guys are even thinking about getting into the business, if you're lucky enough to get a person like her and go out there and do the work for you, it just makes your job a lot easier. And so I just want to,
Only because Henry can't do everything when he's out on the job by himself.
yeah.
If there's customers that happen to pop out and they have questions, I'm down on the bottom. I can answer their questions for them.
Not only does she do that, she actually gets more business for me as I'm cleaning the solar panels. She'll go around the whole area, put door tags, door flyers on there, and she'll talk to customers. And even sometimes she'll even get a customer for me if I'm working and ask if we can do another home over here, another home. So we generate a lot more business that way. So that helps out tremendously because she does most of the walking down on the bottom, and I'm up there on top cleaning the solar panels. So my job is actually easy.
And I like talking to customers and I get personable with them.
That's right. I mean, and think about it. Would you rather have a man answering the phone or a woman answering the phone? It's kind of harder to say no to a woman than it is to a man, to be honest. I don't know what it is, but she does get a lot of people that sign up, and we put them on the books, and we're out there cleaning solar panels. We are actually 3 weeks out right now. We are working Memorial Day for one of the big corporations. As a matter of fact, they just put in a brand new, huge building that is 3 times bigger, and we're trying to get that account. So, because we're able to go out on a holiday, they appreciate that, they like that, and that's something that shows them that we are willing to go out there and even work the holidays, and that helps out quite a bit. So um, I want to get to this point. There's a lot of you guys out here that are just starting a business or are doing add-ons, right? For example, if you're a window cleaner and you do this as an add-on for your company, um, then it's just an add-on for you, right? You're a window washer, for example, or you're a pressure washer, for example, or you're an auto detailer, for example, and you want to go out there and just add services on because you guys see that there's solar panels out there, or you watched the video and you saw, one of my videos out there where I talk about solar panel cleaning, how this business is booming and how this business is really, really taking off. Now, I don't want to go out there and throw more competition on myself, but I do, right? I go out here on YouTube, I talk to people, and I get people from all over, whether they're North Carolina, Florida, Arizona, you name it. I do bird proofing. I sell the bird proofing material. I sell the C1000 that I always use on all my videos. I use no other brush other than that C1000. And I had other brushes before, and that's what I want to talk about is those other brushes that you could start out with. You don't have to start out with the big boys. You don't. I kind of say there's 4 levels on solar panel cleaning. There's a beginning level, there's an intermediate level, and then there's a novice level and a professional level. Okay, so your beginning level, you got guys out there, and you see the videos out there on YouTube where they're spraying with the water hose, they're using hard water, they're cleaning the panels, and then they got a brush from Home Depot or Lowe's or some department store, and they got a bucket, and they call that solar panel cleaning, right? And they're out there. There's videos out there. There's one guy that's make $200 an hour doing this, and I mean, in a way, it's true because you can charge $200 for solar panel cleaning, and you can charge a lot more. We make well over $1,000 a day very easily if we're booking 4 jobs a day, very easily. We make a lot more than that if we're doing bird proofing. One job for bird proofing, we can make well over. We can charge a lot of money, over $1,000. And there's some of you guys out here that are beginners and they want to get into the game, so they're charging half of that, maybe $500 to go out there and do bird proofing. But those are the guys that are really putting it out there and giving this industry a really bad name, because they're either not using the right material, they're not buying the right material, they're doing a lot of shortcuts. They're going out there and not cleaning the roof, not cleaning the bird feces off, not taking the pigeons out, not taking the nest out. They're always doing something that is a shortcut to where they're not really doing a service. They're actually doing a disservice to a lot of people. Romulo, it says, how much should we charge for commercial jobs? I'll get to that. Okay, this is where I talk about. So I will get to that, cleaning solar panels. That's an easy question. And so I'll get to that. Hang tight. If you guys have a question, just put it in the chat and I will answer your questions. I just want to get through this to where we're talking the different levels. So the first level for us is beginners, right? And if you guys call me and you want to go really, really cheap, don't call me, because you're wasting my time, honestly, because you're never going to make it in this industry. And I say that because I can say that. I've seen people get into this business and go out there and charge peanuts. And then when it rains, like we had the rains that came, this year, and it was a lot longer and people weren't making any money. They got into the business. They bought they bought the equipment. They went out there and bought the stuff. And then, you see them advertising, right? They advertise all over Facebook, all over Yelp, all over Instagram, and they're pushing their stuff for, peanuts. I laugh at these people because their business is not going to grow. It is not going to grow at all. You tell me how you could sustain a business by charging very little prices, going out there and splitting the money to whoever you're working with, whether it's your partner or what have you, your gas, gas prices go up, eating expenses go up. You got to feed your guys, what have you, right? Um, um, I would I will answer that, Zep. So um, there is different levels to this. You cannot go out there and buy a cheap brush and expect to do commercial and and go out there and have them take you seriously, because they're not. They're going to sit there, and the first thing that manager, that hiring director, that facilities manager is going to look at is, what type of equipment do you have? And there are a lot of guys out here that are using cheap shit and going out there and charging, nothing. I had a guy that was literally doing carports. He went out there and did carports in Lake Elsinore for $1. $1 for per panel, which he made no money. It was 1,500 solar panels. 1,500. The guy actually called me because the other guy quit. The other guy couldn't do it. So what he did is he went out there. He charged $1 to go out there and clean solar panels. He did not charge for boom lift rentals. He did not charge for gas, diesel to fill up that boom lift rental. He didn't charge for that. He just said, "I'll do it for $1,500." And when the guy said that, when he went up there, he had exactly what I said a beginner has. And not all beginners have this, but he went out to Home Depot, got a bucket, a mop, and literally was cleaning solar panels with a scrubber and spraying them down. And by hour number 8, he was done, finished. And guess who gets the phone calls? People who have the right equipment. Now, we talk about, people getting into this business and how much money are they willing to spend. Look, on the average, if you have in the neighborhood of $25,000 to $40,000 for this business, then you are doing it right. If you are thinking less than that, you're making a fatal mistake, because there are a lot of corporations. There's a lot of corporations out here that look at your equipment and they ask for workman's comp, they ask for commercial insurance, they ask for general liability, they ask for auto insurance, and then not just your regular auto insurance, guys. It is commercial auto insurance, $1 million policy to step on the property for, say, an example, a Target, a FedEx, a Costco, a UPS, a big corporation, and they won't even accept you if you don't have some of those business license, an active business license. They're going to check to see if you have an LLC, if you're active in the LLC, or if your LLC is done. So there's a lot of things that beginners, they go after the big corporations when they have no business going after the big corporations. What do you think about that?
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean,
oh, no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. So with that, you have beginners out here going out here buying, cheap stuff, going out there, no license, no business license, no insurance, and people are getting smarter now. They're going out there and they are asking for insurance before you go out there and clean their solar panels, which is great. I know here in the LA area, just in the LA area, 3 years ago, there was no solar panel cleaners. There were some window washers doing it, but no solar panel cleaners. And this is why I created SoCal Solar Panel Cleaning Company, because we went out there and we started doing this business, and we put in exactly the keywords that people were able to find us. And now we get corporations calling us. And now that it is coming summertime, uh, forget it. We are getting busy. You're going to see less of me on here doing lives just because um, I'm just working every single day now,
And
and
he gets burned out
I get burnt
easily,
out because
especially
of
when it's hot.
yeah, with the heat and everything.
Mm.
These last few days, we've been busting our butt, going out there doing jobs, and we're booking 4 to 5 jobs a day. Just so you know that we are booking 4 to 5 jobs a day. We're working Saturdays, and this weekend, we're the only day that we're taking off is Sunday, and then we're working Memorial Day for a big corporation and getting that done. And we'll be working there all day doing that. And so we're working holidays. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. We really appreciate that. Now, I want to talk about the novice guys out there. Okay, the guys that or just the intermediate guys, the guys that go and they want to do this job. They want to do this just for the weekends or after their work. Maybe they got a full-time job. Um, if you want to take this business seriously, then you need to treat this like a business. Okay. You don't want to go out here and treat this as a hobby because a lot of you guys do. A lot of you guys will come out here and say, oh, I'll do it after hours. I'll do it on the weekends. And you're treating it as a hobby. And let me tell you something. How often do the phones ring?
They ring every day.
What hours do they ring?
All day.
All day.
Into the night. Probably like 9 o'clock is the latest.
At night. And we close at 8. So we have our hours from 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night. And we still get phone calls about setting up for solar panel cleaning and bird proofing. Now, when I talk about intermediate, I'm basically talking about you guys that have, that you've been in the business, whether you're a pool guy, whether you're, um, I got a brain fart over here, but window washer or your pressure washer guy getting into the business or auto detailing guy getting into the business and doing it as a side hustle, that's exactly what it is. It's a side hustle for you.
But you have to remember that if you're getting into the business, you're doing residential, you're going to be doing 2-story buildings. So you have to make sure you have another partner with you. You can't just do it on your own.
You can't. And one of the things that I preach in almost all my videos for safety is always have somebody else up there with you, or always have somebody watching you, because you never know what's going to happen in this business. You've got summertime coming up. You're going to have temperatures well over 100 degrees. You're going to be working up there, cleaning solar panels. And if anybody tells you any different of when's the best time to clean solar panels, I got news for you. I clean solar panels all day long, and I make that money all day long. I will work at 12 o'clock noontime cleaning solar panels, and it will not affect it whatsoever. We have corporations that we do that have 5,000 solar panels and more. And if you were just to go and clean them early morning and late at night, you will never get that job done. You have solar farms that have 50, 60, 70, 80, 100,000 solar panels. And if you sit there and you tell that owner, oh, I'll clean these between this time and this time because we don't want to damage any of the panels, they'll tell you to leave the property. It's that simple, because they already know you can clean solar panels dry and you can clean solar panels wet. So, it just depends what equipment you have. And if you have that equipment and you're able to go out there and do solar farms, for example, you can even work at night. You can work at 1 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock in the morning. You can do that. That's no problem. And as long as they let you do it, no problem. You have the correct setup, no problem. And that leads me to the novice, right? The guys out there that have the bigger brushes, they may have the Racenstein brush, the C1000, what have you, the rotating brushes, the Archer brushes. Um, they may have what we call the twins, circular brushes, counter rotating brushes. They may have those and be working on those. Um, those are your novice guys out there, and those are the guys that are actually out there charging the right price. Okay, and so when you go out there and you price something out, look at your competition. Look at what you actually have. Now, I have had people that literally have called me and said, "Hey, what do you charge per panel?" And I don't charge per panel. I don't charge per panel because I have the best brush on the market. That's the C1000. That is the best brush on the market that I use. I've been using it since almost over 2 years now. 2 years. And I bought another one. I made my money back the first week that I actually purchased that C1000. I made that money back on one job that I charged $19,000 for to clean solar panels.
And the bristles on that brush never fall apart. I've never seen the bristles on that brush.
It's a great brush. If you know how to handle it and you know how to use it and you put the right PSIs on there, the right pressure, that brush works phenomenal. And that brush we use for rooftop, we use for solar farms, we use for a commercial, we use for carports, we use that for residential, 1 story, 2 story, 3 story. I pull that brush out every single time. Now, if there's only say 8 brushes or 8 solar panels, I won't pull that brush out. I will actually pull out the Solatech brush, which is a 500 psi brush that I use. I put it on my super light poles on there. Those little sectional poles that I have only weigh probably a good 3 ounces, and that's it. Super light. You can get it with one hand and hold that thing all day long. Beautiful brushes. There's always different options, and I'll put this. I will go out there and I will put the solar brush on it. As a matter of fact, I have 5 of those sectionals that I'll be using for the corporation that we're going to be doing on Monday. And we're going to be hooking up the Solatech brush, not the C1000, the brush, because we're going to be doing windows, 285 windows, and we'll have that done in less than 2 hours. Just with that brush itself. It's phenomenal. And so, all right. So let's go ahead and talk.
Also, a tip that I have had Henry
Go ahead.
do is if he's working up there, he's getting the ladder up on the 2nd story. I always suggest to him, let's take the brush and the pole separate. That way it's not so much strain on him, on his shoulders, because it makes getting the equipment up there a lot easier when you take it up in sections as opposed to connecting everything all together and getting it up on the 2nd level.
Yeah. And good point, by the way. And I see all the questions here, and there's some damn good questions. I'm gonna answer that. Guys, don't forget to give me the thumbs up. Appreciate that for that. This is I think it's going to be a very good video. A lot of good information. And I'm going to, hey, look, I don't beat around the bush. I'm going to tell you the pros, the cons. I'm going to tell you what works, what doesn't work. There's guys out here on YouTube that are, telling you they've been in the business for a long time. And yet you just look at their equipment, look at what they're using. And you ask yourself this question: would I ever use this equipment for a big job, whether it's a solar farm, whether it's a commercial account, or whether it's carports or what have you? Just look at that. Last point, you got the professionals out there. You have guys out here that have big tractors. They got 15-foot brushes. They're cleaning solar panels. They're going out there and using that equipment and cleaning anywhere in the neighborhood of 4,000 to 7,000 solar panels a day. With my equipment, the C1000 that I actually have, I can clean up to 900 solar panels very comfortably. And that's me, because I know how to work it. and I'm really quick at it, so I can clean a lot more. If you were a beginner and a novice, cut that in half. You can probably do about 500 um, 500 of those with maybe the Racenstein brush and the C1000 brush. You could. This is being realistic, but there's a lot of work when you are doing different things. Rooftops are a lot easier to do. When you have carports, yeah, you better have a lot of muscle, a lot of strength. You have boom lifts.
Sometimes the taller carports are a lot more difficult.
A lot more
especially
difficult.
if you're working the hose from the bottom, because you don't want to get it. It gets stuck in between the gaps of the panels.
Right. So I see a lot of new guys out here, and I'm going to answer. You guys got some great questions. I don't know where you guys came from, but I do. I see a lot of you guys for the very first time. So, when we go out there and we started this business, it was Rick and myself, my partner Rick, one of my best friends. Unfortunately, he got hurt and he couldn't do it anymore, but he's my buddy. I've known him for 23 years, and I miss him. I wish he was here with us, but he's out, working, doing a long haul job. So he's driving tractor trailer, and he's working full time. So unfortunately, summertime's coming along. I'm doing everything pretty much myself. I'm hiring right now. I am actually hiring contractors right now to help me out because I have so much work going on to where I can't do all this myself. So I got contractors calling me, and I call them if I see that they're in the San Diego area or the Bakersfield area, the Fresno area, because I get calls from all over the place. I'll give them work. I'll give them the job, and it's just, for me, it's a lot easier to do that than trying to be in 20 places at one time. So the last point that I wanted to bring up was the professional side of it, right? You got these guys with the big toys, you got these guys out there doing their work and what have you. The corporations um, love these guys because they have the right equipment and they know that they can go out there and do jobs for a lot less than somebody that has um, a Home Depot brush going out there and cleaning, maybe 10 panels, but they can't do 5,000 panels. This is where we come in as our corporation, our business. We get phone calls now quite a bit that we're just like, okay, let's book it. I just booked a major hotel we just booked, and to do their stuff. So I can't say who they are, but because I have a lot of competition and I don't want them taking my business away. So there's a lot of things here on YouTube that I won't tell you because I know that my competition is watching me. And what does it take for them to undercut us as a business, whether it's bird proofing, solar panel cleaning, doing carports. Like I was saying, the one guy that went out there and did the carports, 1,500 of them for $1 each. Yeah, he made zero money. He quit. He's gone. And they called and they said, "Can you do it?" And I gave him a price way higher than that. Way higher than that. And guess what? I don't have to say any further. But all I'm going to tell you is you charge what you're worth. I do not stoop to $1 per panel, 50 cents per panel. Those are for the suckers. Those are for the guys out here that are going to hustle, go out there, get them clean real quick, do a shitty job, and on to the next one. I've been approached by these guys. They wanted me to work for them for that price. I told them, you're crazy. I would never touch it. And they told me, well, we're not really concerned about quality. All they're concerned about is speed. Well, you're talking to the wrong guy, because if I go out there and we clean solar panels, we try to give you 100% productivity. And that's what the corporations look at. This is why we have contracts every 3 months to go out and clean solar panels. Residential every 6 months, because we know these solar panels have to be cleaned. And most of the time, a customer will sit there and say, we only need to get these clean during the summer because it's hot. And people think the hotter it is, the more that these solar panels are going to produce. Now, remember, solar panels have to have airflow going underneath to cool the solar panels down underneath. So they have a little gap where you got airflow going underneath. There's a reason for that. Now, if you go out there and you have a solar panel cleaning business, or even thinking about getting into a solar panel cleaning business, then you got to look at everything. You got to look at your expenses, your marketing, your bids, how you're going to bid, your equipment. How much equipment do I need to complete this job? And she does the paperwork. So when she comes to me and says, oh my gosh, this boom rental was over $1,000. Yeah. And that was because we rented it for 3 days. It was on the weekend. They don't open up on the weekend. So they got to drop it off on a Friday and pick it up on a Monday. That's a 4-day rental. And then you go out there and you have to pay for fuel. And if it's diesel, it's even more money than regular gas. And you have to take that into consideration. And guess what? We don't absorb those costs. The customer does. The corporation does. They're the ones that have to take care of that. Because if we did it, we'd be out of business. And if we were turning around and charging, peanuts for solar panel cleaning, this business would not grow. My business has grown every single year because
Henry's has not a customer, but has helped somebody get into the business, giving them advice. They started their business. They're going into their 6th or 7th month. But when they go out on the job, they actually found out they had another company follow them soon after they were done with their customer. And those people tried to take their customers away from them.
Right. So what happened basically is they collaborated with each other and they didn't do a contract. And so if they didn't do a contract, that basically the guy bidded on it, went out there, did it, and bidded on it, and then said, okay, here you go. And the other guy went over there, since he knew that person, went out there and took the job from him and hired somebody else to help him out. Unfortunately, the other guy learned a very valuable lesson. So I always talk about W-9s, making sure that you got to get a contract between you and that person. If I hire anybody or anybody hires me, we have a contract. It's saying that I'm not going to take their customer, a non-disclosure agreement, other agreements out there where we can sit there and say, we're not going to take that customer and go from there. We're good with that because we're not in the business of taking there. We have plenty of work, guys, plenty of work. And
there seems to be a lot of greedy solar panel cleaners out there that are only looking out for themselves and not looking out into helping, everyone else out there. So it's kind of sad.
It is sad.
And
it is. It's very sad because there's guys out here that are promoting crap. They're promoting window cleaning equipment for solar panel cleaning equipment. So when they go out there and they say, oh, I need this I don't know, filter system, and the filter system doesn't last on solar farms or rooftops or what have you. Can you imagine if you had window cleaning equipment, 3-stage system, and you go out there and clean a solar farm? Your membrane on those would be burnt out fairly quickly. Most of these brushes here are in the neighborhood of 1 to 2 gallons per minute. Then you got, you got the Karcher rotating brush, which is closer to 2.5 to 3.5 gallons per minute. And so there's a lot of water running on top of those panels, and they're it's useless. It's just wasting water. Deionized water, filtered water, purified water, spot-free rinse water, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, um, so anyways, we are going to answer some of these questions for you guys. We've been on for 35 minutes already. Hopefully this helps you out. And listen, we're going to talk prices. We're going to talk all this.
If
Okay.
there's any misconceptions or anything that's on your mind, feel free to speak up, whether it's good or bad. All your input is welcome, no matter what.
Yeah, yeah, and we are live. By the way, we're live. This is my second day this week, and the reason why I'm going to tell you the reason why is because I got quite a few phone calls today, and they're very disturbing to me. And to me, they were like, people don't understand about the solar game, about this industry. They don't. They don't have a clue. But they're watching YouTube videos and they're sitting there and they're going, "Oh, we're going to get into this business, and we're going to be just as rich, make as much money as us." You know, keep in mind, we've been in this business for over 3 years, and we have not. This is the first summer that it actually started out a lot sooner than, I'm sorry, a lot later, as far as solar panel cleaners are concerned. But we have been booking jobs fairly a lot quicker, if that makes sense. We've been getting a lot of commercial jobs, and we've been getting a lot of residential jobs. We've been traveling from San Diego to Mission Viejo to Rancho to Riverside to Hemet to downtown LA to you name it, all throughout Southern California. We've been getting phone calls, lots of phone calls.
It's also important that if you're getting into the business and you want to start doing residential, you want to understand that you have to also get on 2-story houses. He's had a couple of guys that have called him and said they only want to do 1-story because that's all they think they can handle because they're a little older. Well, you're not really going to get further in your business if you only stick with a 1-story house. You're going to get customers that call that have 2-story homes, and you don't want to let those go by because that's money in your pocket.
Right. So good point, by the way. And so I'm going to get to you guys. There's a lot of new guys here. If you guys want to contact me, just look at the very top right there of the chat box. I left my website and I left my phone number where you can call me personally, and I can give you some advice. Okay, I don't have a problem with that, and that's what I'm here for. But let's go on and say hello to a lot of people. Hey guys, click the like button. Come on, there's more than 5 of you guys on here. More than 5. And I only got 5 likes. Wow.
It's okay.
No, it's not. Click the like button.
Okay.
Anyways. All right. Sir, SR. Henry, how you doing? Thanks for all your info. This is Shine Bright Solar Cleaning LLC in Arizona. What's up, sir?
He knows a lot of people in Arizona that call him all the time.
I get orders for bird proofing from Arizona. I send mesh out, and just this week alone, I probably sent well over $3,000 worth of bird mesh to Arizona. As a matter of fact, we just got done shipping out a whole bunch yesterday, $900 worth yesterday. Today, we shipped out more today. So when we're not cleaning solar panels, we are selling our Spanish style bird mesh, and that people are just buying that stuff like crazy. Romulo Brito, how you doing, buddy? How much should we charge for commercial jobs, cleaning solar panels? That is a tough question. you have to look at where you're at. You tell me where you're at, and I'll kind of give you an idea of what you think you should be charging. But if you're not here in the States, you could be overseas. I get people from all over, and prices are a lot different. So, Zephon Gilmore, Bess, Jay Racenstein brush and pole. Best, I don't know. I don't sell them. I don't use them. So I couldn't tell you. You can call Mark at AM Pressure Washing. He sells the Jay Racenstein brush, or you can call Jay Racenstein themselves and find out. But I know that they have a 23, is it a 20?
32.
Oh, a 32 inch and a 39 inch. And I know that because Mark and I know each other extremely well. I've been on the podcast with them, and I know about those brushes. I have the C1000, and that's what I sell. That's what I use, and I won't go anywhere else. I will use my C1000. That is, to me, is the Cadillac of all. I love it. I love that brush. And so I will continue to use it because it's a great, great brush. More expensive, but hey, you pay for what you get. So how I look at it is, would you rather ride in a nice vehicle or ride in something that is pick apart and you put that together? It just depends. That's why I talk about guys coming out here with poles and are just brushes from Home Depot, and they're scrubbing them, and you see them on the YouTube, and they're spraying with a house sprayer, and they're spraying those, and I just cringe every time I see that, because I know that they're putting either hard water on there or they're using the wrong filter to filter the water out. And so for me, it's your preference. Spotless Solar Expert says, what's up? What's up there? David, what's going on? What is the industry standard prices for residential and commercial work in California?
It varies.
Are you talking Northern California? Because some of those guys in Northern California are charging in the neighborhood. They may be charging $100 to clean a single-story house, $200 for a two-story house. I've heard, here in LA, there's guys out here charging $80 per cleanings, whether it's a single story, maybe $120 for a two-story. Those are the guys that won't last, by the way. They'll be so burnt out, especially. And think about this. We haven't even hit the heat yet. Arizona called me. Guys from Arizona have called and said it's already well over 100 degrees up there, and they're starting early in the morning. And here in California, we haven't hit it. Vegas, starting to get up there. We'll be up there in a couple of weeks, up there in Las Vegas, and it's going to be well over 100 degrees.
I was just up there last weekend, and it was about 95, 96. Wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But in the hundreds, that's when it gets really bad.
You heard that. She was up there. I was working. She was, yeah. Okay. KSD Solar Panel Cleaning, who says, hi, Henry, what's going on? But David, just to go back to that, look, I don't like to give out prices. I really don't, because David, all you need to do is call your local solar panel cleaning guy and ask him what he charges. That's the best advice I can give you. Just say, hey, what do you charge for a one-story? What do you charge for a two-story? What do you charge per panel? There's guys out here that put their prices on their websites, and you'll know what they charge. You don't even have to call them. You can just look and say, oh, this guy charges, X amount of dollars. He's already telling you. You don't need to call him. Why do you need to call him when he's got the price on the website, or the door hangers, or what have you? There's guys out here that they go out there and there's a lot of things that they do, and they do really bad. Where's my door hangers, by the way? I'm just trying to look in, and they don't go out there or they'll go out there and they'll put prices. And I have one person that called me in a rich area, in a very, very rich area, put his prices on there, did not get one phone call. one phone call for over 4 months because he put his prices on there. And that's just a turnoff. People want to call, they want to ask questions, they want to go out there and find out what you're going to do. And you got to sell them. You got to go out there and you have to sell yourself. They're not going to give it to you. I would rather have Susan come over here and answer the phone and talk to him. She's real good at it now to where she knows exactly what I'm going to tell him. So she'll tell him for me. And sure enough, I'm doing my thing and she's booking them. So that's a good thing. Let me see here. Tara Lynn says, hey, Tara Lynn, what's going on? Are we really getting 2 days in a row? Yes, we are. Tara Lynn, it's just, I literally, like I said, I've been on the phone most of the day today, and some of the things that people have been calling about starting this business. And I thought that this would be a good subject to talk about as far as getting into the solar panel cleaning business. There's a lot of people that are getting into the solar panel cleaning business because they either think, one, it's a good side hustle, or two, it's an opportunity to make money on an industry that is not quite there yet. Solar, when I got into this business 3 years ago, there was no solar panel cleaners. Now people are getting educated on cleaning their solar panels to get the best production. And that's all you have to sell somebody on is you buy a big investment and yet you don't get 100% production because your solar panels are so bad that they're not producing 100%. And it's a very easy sale when you sit there and say, let me do this for you. Let me show you what they look like new, and let me show you what they look like right now. And you can do 1 or 2 panels for them, show them the difference, and it's a done deal because they know that they're not making the money. There's a second way that they can find out is tell them just look at their electricity bill. And that will tell you everything. When you look at your electricity bill and you got a bill and you're paying, yeah, it's people don't like that. So they're getting educated when they do that. KSD Solar Panel says, just got my first commercial account. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, KSD. Keep me informed. Let me know how it went. If there's anything I can help you out with, I will be more than happy to sit there and guide you in the right direction. But congratulations on your first commercial account. Let me know, KSD, how long you've been in this business, okay? Because I know you've been on here for a while. I just want to bring something out. So tell me how long you've been in this business. What's going on there? Straight to the Point TV. Straight to the Point TV. First time to actually see you on there. Hello, hello, hello. Tara Lynn says she loves Susan's Stranger Things shirt. Wow.
I'm a Stranger Things fan.
Big time. We went to Stranger Things, and that's the shirt that she wore. So, Petra, what's going on? Hello, Petra. How are you doing? Gabriel, what's up, Gabriel? Oh, I'm sorry. What did I miss? Carolyn says, yeah, after a long day in this heat, all you want to do is work, shower, eat, and nap, repeat. Yes, the sun will burn you out. It will.
Especially in Vegas.
Especially in Vegas, Arizona, Florida, California, you name it. It's not only the heat from the sun, it's the heat from the solar panels also that is generating, and that right there will really burn you out. And lots of fluids. Man, look at that right there. Oh my goodness. I got more people out there hitting the like button. Thank you very much, guys, for that. That tells me I'm doing something good and what have you. Go ahead and read that off.
Gabriel says, I just got here, so I don't know if someone has asked this. What equipment did you start off with, and anything you'd recommend for affordable
Deionizers?
deionizers?
Yeah, okay. So I've used a lot of equipment, and when I started out 3 years ago, I actually started out with a water fed pole that was 12 inches. That is in the museum now. So I haven't used that for, I think I used that the first 2.5 months that I started the business. And then I went to the Racenstein twins with a high pressure pole. I used that. That was really, really heavy. And then from that point, I went to the C1000. I purchased the C1000 and I fell in love with that thing because it was just so nice. And I've been using it ever since. And the first week that I bought the C1000, I got a contract, a commercial contract. I was able to pay for the C1000 cash after that, paid for it cash, and bought another C1000. And so, and I have two of those now. And
But what do you recommend if they're just
so,
starting out?
well, I'm going to tell you that. He asked me what I started out with, so I'm kind of telling him my progress. But at the same time, um, I had bought Mark Skid. That was the 2.0 way back then. I started out with one Deionized tank from Mark, and then I rent those out from him. Now I have two of the deionized tanks combined together, and also I have the AquaPro. That the AquaPro, I put the AquaPro in front of my two deionized tanks, and that takes the majority of all the bad
Particles.
particles going into the AquaPro. And the AquaPro, I can regenerate that because I have a kit for that to regenerate the resin to where it's brand new again. So find yourself something like an AquaPro that you can possibly use. The three-stage systems are good for window cleaning, excellent for window cleaning. The three-stage systems, WCR cells, they're great, but they're in the 3,000, 2,500, $4,000 range, I think, in that area. So I rent out my tanks, and whenever they get burnt out, I just go back to Mark's. I exchange them out, give him his money, and then I'm out to and then we're back out again. And
Gabriel, if you have any more questions, feel free to give Henry a call and he'll be able to give you more information.
A lot of times what I like to do is figure out exactly what you have, and I kind of tailor you to that, because there's guys out here that sell the systems, right? I have Jerry in Arizona. He builds the systems, so he can make you a system, and so forth. So we have lots of resources. Just give me a call, send me an email, or check out my website and leave a message on my website. I'll be more than happy to help you out, Gabriel, because I really don't know where you're at, and that's another thing too. Is I don't know if you're on the East Coast, West Coast, Northern California, Southern California, and so on. All right, Tara Lynn says
people have the misconception that solar panels shouldn't be cleaned when it's hot because of the hot water, which is not true.
No, actually, you just explain to them that whatever water is out, or whatever the temperature is outside, usually when it goes through your system, Terralyn, the water is going to be close, pretty warm going in. It's not going to be cold water. You got to remember, it's going to be either in your van, your truck, or whatever you have. It'll be in there, and it'll go through the Viper pump. It'll go through your 100-gallon system that you have. I think you have a 100-gallon system, but if you have that temperature of that water is pretty much what's in the back of your van anyway, and it doesn't make a bit of difference. When I do solar panel cleaning for commercial, especially for residential, we're running 300 to 600 feet of hose. By the time that it gets through that hose, it's warm and it doesn't damage the panels whatsoever. So even at 12 noon, you're perfectly fine. Not going to hurt it. All right. Spotless solar experts. I have the J. Racenstein brush and I love it. Makes it work so much easier and faster. Yes, the rotating brushes work extremely well. So if you have a J. Racenstein brush or you have a C1000, those work phenomenal. I love them. I use them. I use my C1000. I do not have a Racenstein brush, and because I like my C1000. So everybody has a preference, and whatever you can use or whatever you can afford is perfectly fine, and that's the whole point, is how you charge people. Because if you sit there and you charge nothing, you can't pay off these brushes. You can't pay off the robots. You can't pay off the bigger equipment that you actually go out there and purchase. So you got to make money for your company. You got insurance you got to pay for, gas you got to pay for, and it all adds up. Taxes, everything else, it all adds up in the end. So you always charge what you are worth. Cannot tell you that enough. I won't stoop to that level and say, "Oh, I'll charge you this because this guy charged you this." When they say, "Well, this guy did it for $30," well, you call that guy and you get him back and have him clean your solar panels, because I am not doing them, not for that price. And they get it. They can't find that guy. That's why they're calling me, because they can't find that guy who did it for $30 because he doesn't exist anymore. It was just a side hustle for him. All right. Which one?
Big boy.
Big boy Vino. How do you get government solar cleaning contracts? Man, you're going after the big fish. Government contracts are the hardest things to get. Hard. When you go after government contracts, you better have all your ducks in a row. You better do exactly what they tell you to do. And you better make sure that any employee that comes onto that property is not illegal, is documented, is has driver's license, doesn't have a felony. Because guess what? They're not only going to go after you and say, "I need to take a look at your credentials." They're going to take a look at all your workers that go onto that property. And then you're going to have to bid on that. And it is a process.
If there's somebody out there that has a government contract, your input and your tips.
Petra, yeah.
Petra can chime in if.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you haven't been in the game for 5 years, don't go after government contracts. You are there's a much more easier work than government contracts. There's government out there, there's state, there's Caltrans, there's all these other places that you can go. There's schools, there's all that. Look at for schools for here in Southern California. I know for a fact you got to bid on those schools, and you're not bidding on just one school. You're bidding on thousands of panels. Thousands of panels. I bid on them every single year. And so we've got a couple awarded contracts for schools, but that's because the other person who bidded on a contract and won couldn't fulfill it. So they gave us a call. We went out there and we cleaned them, and we charged them what we charged them. So you're going after the big boys, and you better know how to swim, because you know what? If you don't know how to swim, you don't have the right equipment, you're going to sink, and it's going to be very disappointing to you. Romulo Brito says, can we have your contact info? Oh, to talk more offline? Yes. Just look up on the very top of the chat. My phone number is on there. But just so you know, we'll put it on again, and I'll put it on here. But my contact info, we can do that. Go ahead and do that while I get to the next person. Let me see here. Joe, is it Joe W Power?
Mm-hmm. Joe.
Joey. Okay. Hi guys. Identify potential customers, and that and that are skepticals. There's a lot of customers out here that don't know that solar panels need to be cleaned. Um, so what happened?
I don't know where the number went. I typed it in.
Oh, you did? It's right here on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So get it back to where I was. So where was I? A lot of guys don't know, a lot of customers don't know that their solar panels need to be cleaned, right? It isn't until they actually get their bill, the electric bill, and the electric bill is high, so they call the solar companies. When they call the solar companies will tell them, you might want to get your solar panels cleaned. And this is how a lot of people will find you, because they're either doing a search, they're going out there and they're doing a search on solar panel cleaning. And if you're out there and people see you, they're going to call you. If you're not out there, if you're, say, on Instagram, or you're out there on Facebook, I mean, you'll get some people, but my advertising is Google My Business, and I've said this from day one. I got a great Google My Business presence, and I also got a great marketing company. And this marketing company, I pay a lot of money for, and I get a lot of phone calls, so it works for me. So it just depends what you want to do. Set aside marketing money. Set aside money for that every single month, at least $400 for marketing every single month, and you should do really, really well. If you don't, then you're just out there like the rest of them, hoping that somebody's going to give you a call. Carolyn says, when you think about potential customers, you have to take into consideration the demographics in your area. Homeowners between a certain age range, living a certain area, who value their property. Yeah, I mean, that's that's true. I mean, we charge, we don't charge because they're in a certain area. We'll charge a flat rate and that's it. And we charge that for every single customer.
We only charge extra for travel time.
Travel time, if it's over 50 miles for us, we will throw a travel fee on there. And they get it. A lot of them don't hesitate and they'll pay it, because they know what kind of work that we do, so they're happy about that, or they've been recommended by other people. We actually have solar companies that we made deals with that are actually giving us a lot of work right now, and those solar companies are basically giving us their customers.
And you have to make sure that when you approach customers and you're cleaning their panels, they've also done their homework too. We've run into a lot of customers, especially in the OC. We ran into a customer that he knew exactly what he was talking about, and Henry had to be ready with answers to his questions because he was very thorough on his questions.
Yeah, and guess what? We got the job. We got the work.
And we got his neighbor's job too.
Yeah.
At the same time.
At the same time. So when we went ahead and we did his work, the neighbor came out and said, "Can you do this?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely. What do you charge?" "This is what we charge." And it was a beautiful day. They had over 60 panels on the roof each, and we did both of them. And knocked it out fairly quickly. So, but that's, people are very smart. They do their homework. So if you charge too low, they know something's wrong. They know that something is not right. And this is to our advantage. And I always tell them, look, if you want a good solar panel cleaner, just ask for their insurance. That will help you and find out what kind of equipment that they're using. We're at Petra says great advice. And KSD solar panel cleaning says getting a lot of customers that have never had their panels cleaned. Some of these systems are 8 years old. Are you using any soaps on the first time cleanings.
He never uses soap.
Look,
Never.
other people use soaps. All my videos, do you see me using any type of soap? No. There's no need for it if you have the right equipment. I'm telling you that right now. Look, there's something. Okay, so I think one video I showed Chemtech, and Chemtech has lichen remover. And say, for example, like Arizona, you have Hawaii that has like the red clay, and you want to get those off, then you use that particular material, the Chemtech. That soap will get that lichen remover will actually get that off, clean it, and they also have a solar panel cleaner. It's probably about $100 and something a bottle. But yes, you can use that because that right there has been tested and works perfectly for solar panels that have not been cleaned in a long time. But to answer your question, KSD, I'll just go over them 5 or 6 times, and those things come out beautiful. There has not been any solar panels here where they've been really, 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 really dirty, and I had to throw soap on them. Don't do it. I don't do it. No need for it. When you're on a rotating brush, and you're rotating, all that does is agitate the soap, and it takes longer to clean. That's my opinion, only my opinion. There's other guys out there that do it. Hey, more power to you. You go out there and you show that stuff, and you know what? That's fine. But I won't use it. Don't need it. I have my purified water, my spot-free rinse, my brush, my C1000. It's good enough for any commercial job, any residential job. It's perfect for that. Don't need it. I don't need it. Let me see here. Joey Power. Sorry if I didn't introduce myself. Joe from Puerto Rico. I am a solar installer looking to diversify and expand my business. Well, there you go. Puerto Rico in the house. There is a huge thing now in Puerto Rico where you got people going over there and giving out courses, giving out classes, giving out training, certified training, paying thousands of dollars for certified training. Let me tell you this. Out of all the commercial bids and all the commercial jobs that I have ever done, not one company, whether it's a Fortune 500 company or not, have asked me for a certification because they don't exist. I can print something out on my printer and say, hey, you're certified. Here you go. A company doesn't care. Company is like, who's this? What are their credentials? Is this something that is an industry standard? No, it isn't. But there's guys out here doing safety courses, which, hey, I mean, if you want to take a safety course, go for it. I've taken ladder safety courses for many, many years. And I've been certified in ladder handling and certified in a lot of other things too. But not one company, corporate, commercial, has ever asked me for any type of certification. But Puerto Rico, there's a lot of that stuff going on right now. And if you guys want to get suckered into that, more power to you. I would rather spend my money on good equipment than any type of certification that they're throwing out there right now, because nobody's going to ask for it. You get that certification and you put it on your wall, or better yet, put it in your vehicle. And when you get these commercial jobs, see if they ask for that certification. Then you'll know what I'm talking about. You heard it from me. Um,
Practice the boom.
West Coast Power Washing says, on again? Yeah. Yes, I am. Yes, I am on again. I'm on again because I was talking about these people coming into the business, and I think it was important. Petra, we purchased one and paid $800 a month. We charge a client a daily rate. The lifts run around $35,000. So she's talking about a boom lift, and that helps out for like a lot of areas. For example, carports. If you want to do carports, you're going to need to get up there one way or another to clean those. And we rent out boom lifts and go out there. Oscillating boom lifts work out really, really nice because they can go up and they can go over on those. You can get up on a 3-story home, which the ladders aren't tall enough. You can get one of those and get up there and do some work. We did that for bird proofing and worked out really, really well. So, all right. David, I just washed a system, never been cleaned in 12 years. Awesome. David, do you have a app that tells you the production? Let me know. If if you get your solar panels clean, and you have that opportunity and you're doing it yourself, clean them every month. Because if you do that, you will have such more savings than people that have never cleaned them. 12 years, man, you're going to see a huge increase on those solar panels. And for 12 years, I'd say 6 of them, you probably were getting probably in the neighborhood of 50% production coming out of those things.
You clean the customers.
Oh, you clean the customers.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if they haven't been cleaned. So hopefully that helps. What's up there, Dang? Dang Nguyen? What's up, Dang? Dang is also a a super duper fan. He's got that star right next to him. Thank you for being a super duper fan, Dang. We appreciate it. If you guys are interested in the super duper fan program, I have it on my YouTube channel. It's the join button up on the top right here on my homepage, and you can join and become a super duper fan. And we try to help you out the best we can. Appreciate that. He says, "Whoa, we're live. Let's go." Absolutely. Dang says, "Hey Petra, do you deja vu today?" Must have been watching another podcast. Maybe. Who knows? Deja vu. That's the only thing I could think of. Joke W Power. Is it generally recommended to use water and non-abrasive material rather than cleaning chemicals? Yeah, we just talked about that. You do not want to use any chemicals whatsoever. Anything abrasive, you don't want to use. A lot of that will scratch the glass and it will void most warranties on the customer's solar panels. So if you use soaps, for example, like Dawn and all that other stuff, read the warranty. Read what it says in the warranty. Be really careful about that because you want to use deionized water that gives you a spot-free rinse. It doesn't leave a film over it, so it actually will not attract the dirt as much as chemicals or soap will attract dirt to glass. And this is why you rinse with deionized water. That's why you have to have 0 parts per million coming in and hitting those panels in order for you to give that customer a spot-free rinse. And there's another thing too that I want to talk about real quick. Since we're on that subject, there are guys out here telling you that don't change your deionized tanks unless it's 100 parts per million or more. We change our tanks out at 10 parts per million because we notice that it starts to spot up. And if it hits 10 parts per million on your tanks, then it's going to increase dramatically and quickly. You got guys out here that are auto detailers that know this. They want pure deionized water because they don't want that spot-free rinse. But you got guys here on YouTube that got their own channel and they're giving out bad advice. So if you're going to change out your tanks, I change them out at 10 parts per million or more. Anything above that, I don't worry about it. I just sit there and say, nope, switch it out.
With the AquaPro, he hasn't had to change his tanks in
A
months.
long time,
Yeah.
months with my AquaPro, and I'm still getting on my AquaPro 6 and 7 coming out of my AquaPro, and then coming out of my big tanks 0. So my AquaPro is actually taking a lot of the brunt of the material, and my other tanks are lasting a lot longer. I haven't changed my other tanks out in a long time too, and we're getting busier and busier and busier. We're using all 3 systems, and it's working great. Let me see here. Petra says there is a cleaner Henry used to wash panels. I don't remember the name. Chemtech. Chemtech and solar cleaner wash is one, but the solar cleaner wash, just so you guys know, it will leave, it will dry and it'll dry nice, but you can see the difference in the panels. Just if you use the solar wash on there, just spray it on one panel and rinse it off, and then don't use it on other panels. You will see a difference. That's all I'm saying. It is one of the best on the market for cleaning. Do I use it? No, I don't use it. For me, it's $100 a bottle. It's too expensive for me. I don't use it. If I have something that is going to be super dirty, then I would know where I would go. I would get the lichen remover or something like that and use that in extreme cases. They use those in Hawaii. They got the red clay, and that right there. I know that they use that particular product up there. And it cleans up the solar panels very nice. And also they use that in Germany. Some guys do use that in Germany, and they promote that up there too. So, but Chemtech is what it's called. Where do we go? Thank you, new partners, to collaborate and grow.
The new people that came on.
What new people? Show me.
This one.
Yeah, we did that one already. Yeah. West Coast Power Washing says yes. Good point. How's the blueprint coming along, Henry? I know you wanted it to be up to the standards. Coming along really well. It's all good. So what happens if you have the blueprint? It will automatically update. Okay, so anything new that I do put in, it will automatically show up. So just look out for that. Sunshine City Solar Lights, what's going on? Hello, all. Appreciate you coming on in. Petra says hello, Sunshine. Nelson Arroyo says hello. Welcome. And Nelson, I heard that, Dang says, I heard that solar panels run more efficiency when it's cooler. Yes, they do run. They don't work as hard. But if you want the best production, 100 degrees, 105 degrees, and they're super clean, you'll get the best production out of them. But as they start to cool down, you will start to see the productivity start to drop just a little bit. But they do produce really, really good when they're cool too. So as long as they're clean and they've been clean and there's no dirt on them, your solar panels will work majority of the day, 18 hours out of the day or what have you. They will run really good. When you got sunlight, they start working.
You already answered
Sunshine City Solar Light says, "Good job with the cleaning,
that.
Susan."
When I use the C1000 brush.
Oh,
And
yes. Yeah. Even Susan used the C1000. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the C1000. I actually wanted it to come out of her mouth instead of mine. So give me the negative and give me the positive of the first time that you use the C1000, because we did a video on that on Instagram, and I'm not sure if I did it here on YouTube or not with you using the brush, but I think it was on Instagram. Yeah. So out of your mouth, tell them, how did you like it?
I like the brush. Since we're using it for the first time, yeah, it was a little heavy at first, but after a couple seconds, maybe less than a minute, I got used to it, and the brush pretty much does all the work. It's very little work that you have to do yourself, but I I think it does a really good job cleaning the panels, and it cleans the panels pretty quick compared to other brushes that I've seen Henry use. So I like the brush very much. Like I said, I prefer having the brush being brought up to the roof a section at a time, as opposed to having it connected and taking it all up at once.
Yeah, and just to be fair, and we'll go ahead and we'll compare the Racenstein pole with the C1000 pole.
I've never seen any problems with the C1000. To be honest, I've never seen any bristles fall apart on it as long as I've seen Henry use it.
And I've been using it for over 2 years.
And it still looks brand new, as if it came out of the box.
Yeah. There's been, people out there talking about, comparison with the C1000 and the J Racenstein brush and what have you. And there's been guys on YouTube talking about the C1000 brush being heavier than the 39-inch Racenstein brush. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say it's probably just a little heavier, but it's built very, very nice. And Solitech actually went out there and created the modular poles. And a lot of guys don't even talk about the modular poles. So if you were to compare the Racenstein brush against the C1000 brush, they're almost about the same. There's really no difference on weight. Really isn't. The brush does all the work for you. So when Susan was out there and she's handling it, and I tell her, handle it from the gooseneck. There are guys out here that are using the C1000 that don't have that little angled gooseneck, which takes a lot of weight off. And you literally can pick it up from the gooseneck and it centered balances the brush and the pole itself. Now, if you want to go with a lighter pole, they have the modular poles. The modular poles are 3 ounces each. Super, super light. If I was to go and give you the modular poles and hook up 4 of them all together, you're looking at 12 ounces, less than a pound. And with the brush head, which the brush head, there's weight to that, but once you get that going, it's super, super easy, super, super light, and you got to be really, really careful because it is so light that thing
It could take off on
it will
you.
take off on you. And that's it doing the work. And so this is why I only use the C1000. I love the C1000. This is why I bought 2 of them, is because I love it. This is what you see on all my videos. All my videos. If you look at every single video I've done for the last 2 years, C1000 and the Solitech brush. And what can I say? It's a little bit more expensive, but so what? So is a Mercedes. So is a Bentley. It's you get what you pay for. And that's exactly what I talk about. I talk about, look, you want your job easier, go get yourself a robot. You want you want your job a little bit easier than that, go get yourself a 15-foot brush along with a tractor and use that if you want to. If you want to make yourself a lot easier, go after the bigger toys. So there's plenty of options to clean solar panels.
You use a brush that works best for you,
right,
and what you can afford.
And what your budget is. I mean, there are guys out here that are actually using one brush and they're switching to another because they see it and they like it, but they can't afford it. And look, when I bought my first C1000, I was scared to death because I didn't have the money at the time. I put it on my credit card. I said, okay, this is a good investment. Here you go. And guess what happened? I paid it off in 1 week because I got a good contract and I bought another one. And I'm glad I did it because that's my go-to brush. I will not use a 12-inch brush, 18-inch brush, water-fed pole. Won't touch them unless they're for windows. That's it. Other than that, they're not for solar panels. I have my Solitech that I use for smaller jobs, 9 panels with one of the modular poles. I'll take that thing up real quick, scrub it down, 500 PSI coming out of there, no problem. I am done in 2 minutes. Literally, I've gone over them 3 or 4 times in 2 minutes just with that. There's other options that you can go out there and you can get done. So, let me see here. Tara Lynn says, yeah, Las Vegas on roofs, like 100 degrees. And it's not even summer yet. Shout out to Lewis Premier Solar Cleaning Company in Las Vegas, Nevada. Look them up. Take a look. Contact Jeff. Contact Tara Lynn. Get your solar panels clean. There you go, Tara Lynn. We threw it out there. We went out there. We promoted you. We did this. There you go. So if you're in the Las Vegas area, just look up Tara Lynn and just look up Lewis Premier Solar Cleaning Company and give them a call. All right. Shout out from Las Vegas. West Coast Power Washing. Glad that you are a super duper fan there, West Coast. Appreciate you. Sacramento already hit 92 with 48% humidity. It is warm. Let me tell you guys, I've been saying this since last month. And I will tell you guys again, summer is going to be horrible this year. You got fires that are going to be coming up. Lots of fires. And the reason why is you had lots of rain, lots of overgrowth, lots of dry brush. When you get ash in the air, all that falls onto the solar panels. And when that falls onto the solar panels, you better watch out because that phone is going to be ringing. Because all of a sudden, guys are going to be looking at their apps and going, hey, where's my productivity? I have no productivity. Well, their solar panels are filthy. And that's when they'll find out. And summertime is going to get really, really busy. Top G, what's up there, Top G Solar Clean LLC? Some of my competitors are hella overcharging customers. Overcharging customers. It's not right. Top G, listen. we run into this all the time. We run into people undercharging and we run into people overcharging. What's going to happen is if you overcharge a customer, that customer is going to go somewhere cheaper the next time. Those are called one-off deals. Those are not repeat customers. We have a sweet spot that we do. We don't charge per panel. We charge that flat rate, and that's it. And we get repeat customers every 6 months. Every 6 months, they've been giving us a call back. And so it works. So don't overcharge. Don't worry about it. Those guys will be out of the game, and they'll be out of the game fairly quickly, most likely when summer is over. Okay.
Petra says, ouch, that's hot. We are in God's land and it was 63 today.
Whoa.
Petra, I would love to be out there because that is perfect weather.
63 with fog rolling in at probably 2 o'clock. Fog coming in, cooling it down to a cool 48 degrees, maybe. I know that because my mom is in that area, and I love going home, and I love sleeping with the windows open because it is way cooler, even during the summer. I'm jealous, Petra. Very jealous. All right. Go ahead.
Ding says solar panel cleaning is kind of still in its infancy, I believe.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't know about solar panels, but they're getting educated, right? And like I said before, they're going out there and they are finding out because their electricity bill is high, and with the NEMS 3.0, which is even worse now, their stuff is going higher and higher, and they got to get savings. And in order to get the savings, you got to clean your solar panels. If you clean your solar panels and you're on the NEM 2.0, you're going to get more money out of your solar panels by cleaning them than instead of just sitting there and trying to rinse them off with a garden hose. Doesn't work. You try cleaning off your car after it hasn't been washed for 6 months. Clean your car just with the water hose and let it dry and see what happens with that car. Same thing.
We have somebody from Pakistan.
What?
Lion.
Pakistan. Lion says, I am from Pakistan. My city has a lot of dust. I recently started the same business as yours, like 10 days back. How often should we clean solar panels in order to keep the efficiency at maximum? Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, all the eastern countries, there's a lot of guys out there that are doing dry cleaning on their solar panels. And because they get really dirty because of the dust, the sand, and what have you. So look in your area. There's a lot of information that you can find on LinkedIn in your area. There's a lot of solar panel guys out there that are cleaning with tractors, 15-foot brushes, the sun brushes. They're using those. They're using robots, and they're doing dry cleaning and cleaning with dry cleaning. So hopefully that helps. We're at West Coast Power Washing. Henry, does the AquaPro make a big difference to extend the life? Yes. I love that AquaPro. The beauty about the AquaPro is about the rejuvenization system where you can, it's a filter. You take that filter out, you fill it with salt, and then you switch it and put it on the input, and you run it for 10 minutes, and it will rejuvenize your resin back to 100%. And if it's back to 100%, your bigger tanks is like having spot-free water coming into your bigger tanks. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Where are we at? We're at right here. Petra said, what is the humidity in Pakistan? Lion, 3 to 6 months is good rule of thumb. Yes, absolutely. OG Bob. Hey, like the content. I just started out here in Northern California. The industry is still new. I can't find any info in my country about
County.
or county about what type of license are needed. Any help? Yeah, business license. That's all you need. Go to wherever you're at, that city, get a business license, and tell them you're going to be doing window cleaning and solar panel cleaning. It is under window cleaning, and you get your license for that. Also, you can go and get insurance for that, and get that under window cleaning. Also, get uh, commercial insurance. State Farm, Aflac, all these other companies don't offer that. They don't offer the commercial. So you're going to have to find somebody who does commercial insurance. But all you need for your county in Northern California is a business license. That's it. All right. What else? Nelson Arroyo, can you use soap on the panels? I saw a vid with Mark using the foam cannon. Everybody has their way of cleaning solar panels. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Some people say they like the soap. Some people say they'll never use soap. I'm the guy that will never use soap. So, whatever video you want to watch and you want to go with that, more power to you. But everybody has an opinion, and Mark has his opinion on soap. I have my opinion on soap. We can agree to disagree, but it is what it is. You watch my videos, you won't see me putting soap on. So hopefully I answered your question. Right here. Lion says Petra, humidity is 68% with a lot of heat and dust. Yeah. And Petra says I'm on the Central Coast in California. West Coast Power Washing says schools are requiring prevailing wages. A lot of schools here in Southern California are not prevailing wage. They're actually contracts, and you got to submit the contracts that cover like all of Southern California, Orange County. There's some private schools out there that may be asking for that, but most of the schools are contracted every year. See here. Oh, I also left my phone number there, so just in case you guys have it, you can give me a call if you like. That's fine. Lion says, I'm being told to clean 2 to 3 times a month. I mean, if they're dirty, they're dirty, and that's exactly what's you got to have them clean. So if you can clean them that many times and they're clean, you're going to get more productivity when they are clean as opposed to them being dirty. So, okay. I agree with the only way to keep regular records, only the ground experience will teach me. Good point. Carolyn Lewis says, when I comment about customers' geographics, I was referring to how much to charge. I was talking about who are potential customers. That's demographic. You can't solicit in the ghetto with renters. Yeah, I mean, most renters aren't going to be interested in paying for solar panel cleaning anyway, because they got they have no interest in that. I mean, they can care less. Let me see. Petra says, Lion, keep my information and text me at any time. Fourth rows L. I use a spotless cleaner I got from the CSR or CRS Spot Free. All right. Well, there you go. Everybody has a different type, and it's just what you can afford, right? There's guys out here that are using window cleaning products for solar panel cleaning. There's guys out here that are using pressure washers to clean solar panels. There's guys out here that are using a lot of different tactics. It's what you can afford. It's knowing what kind of damage that you can do to a solar panel. You got to be really, really careful. Um, when you go after the big boys, like the corporations, they know all that, and they're going to test you. And that could depend on you getting a job for 5,000 solar panels or a job for nothing at all. Ask yourself this question. Look at your arsenal. Look at what you actually have to clean solar panels. If I was to sit there and say, can you clean my 20 solar panels on top of the roof? And you said, yes, no problem. And you went out there and you cleaned that. And then when you were done, if I was to sit there and say, I have a business, I have 10,000 solar panels need to be cleaned. Can you do those for me? And if you can answer that question with the equipment that you have, then you can be in the game with commercial, because that's exactly what happens. That happens big time. All right. Where we at? Fourth row L says, what is the best piece
of advice for following up?
Best piece of advice for following up with people. Thank you. You want to answer that?
I make a phone call.
Tell them the process of how that works.
Anytime we go out and clean the panels.
So we book a job, and once we book that job,
then we go out there and we put them on a schedule, and then we go out there, we clean them. We have all their information. We take their payment. Then we let them know. We recommend you clean your panels every 6 months. And a lot of the times they say, well, okay, put us on the schedule in 6 months. And I let them know, okay, well, I'll give you a call in 6 months. I give them the month, and I tell them I'll call you a few weeks before to let you know, hey, you're due for your cleaning. Would you like us to put you on the schedule? A lot of times they say yes, and then we schedule them again in 6 months. I do phone calls, not emails. I like hearing their voices. I leave messages. I'm persistent, so I can make many, many phone calls. If I don't hear from them after a while, I take it as they're not ready. But most of the time, a lot of them will want to be put on the schedule for 6 months down the road.
And we always get them. I mean, we always get them every 6 months. They book with us, and very few people don't say they won't say no. We clean them, and we give them the same price we gave them 6 months ago. We don't raise the price on them. They know what kind of work we do. We give them before pictures, after pictures every single time. We always give them a review link and have them leave us a review. 10 out of 10 people that we do leave a review link with, maybe one will go out there and leave a review. Not everybody's going to leave a review, but we do give them that option. So they'll tell their neighbors, they'll tell their friends, they'll tell their family, and before you know it, your business is building, and you got more people out there calling you about cleaning their solar panels. So, Lion says, as a marketing strategy, I plan to offer twice a month, 1 month free service. Once they receive their bill and find the difference, that would be the time to convince them to sign up. Please advise. Lion, the best advice I can do is I can tell you is offer a 50% discount on your first time cleaning if you want to get that customer. Okay? If you feel that you want to be able to get that customer and say, hey, look, I will clean your solar panels for you, and for 50% off on the first time. I just want to show you what I can do. Once you do that and say, my regular price is this, okay, but I'm going to give it to you at this. Now, most people will go for it. And in your area, in Pakistan, I'm sure they would love a 50% discount. But the whole idea is for you to get them every single month. If you can draw a contract with them, then you will make out at the end, okay, by drawing a contract and say, I can do this every month for 12 months, and this is my price. If you're in Pakistan and you got no competition, there's nobody else out there, go for it. That, I mean, it's your choice how often you want to do that. And before you know it, you start getting more customers, more customers, and more customers. Just make it worth it to you to go out there and charge what you're worth. Okay? And it doesn't hurt to show somebody what you can do by offering them just a little discount. That's the best advice I can give you. Um, Fort Fourth Rose L says, "Do I need a huge setup as your if I'm the only one to do residential?" No, whatever works for you, whatever you can afford, that's what you run with. Okay, um, you run with the bigger toys. Once you start making a lot of money, you can get the bigger toys and go out there and start offering to solar farms. A lot of guys who start the solar industry, start the solar panel cleaning industry, they go after the big fish right away. They're like, how do I get commercial? How many times have we heard that?
Lots.
Lots. And these people they don't last. They don't last because they don't have the equipment. And like I said, you can't go out there in the middle of the ocean and try to swim if you don't know how to swim. You're going to drown. And that's exactly what these guys do. They go, if this guy can do it, you know what? We go out here and we clean solar panels on residential. Oh, that was easy. Oh, that was a lot of money. Oh, we made a killing today. You know what? Let's go after the big boys. Let's go after the Fortune 500 companies. Well, you know what? That's a whole different ballgame. A whole different ballgame. Don't play with the tigers if you don't want to get bit by the lions. Okay? Best advice I can give you out there is don't go after the big boys until you are ready. Testa.
Teta.
No.
Teta.
Teta. Sorry. Teta Cromar. Sorry for me butchering your name. Yeah. When you run the AquaPro, is that deionized water? Is that a deionized water tank? No, it's a soft water tank. And you put that on the front before your main tanks. Yes, I will put that on in front of my two big tanks. The AquaPro is used for like RVs, cleaning RVs, cleaning the bigger vehicles. That's what the AquaPro was designed for and used for. So what I do is to knock a lot of the bad particles coming into the bigger tanks. I have it go through the AquaPro first. Once I have that going through the AquaPro, it goes through my first tank and then it goes through my second tank. The nice thing is I can disconnect the output of each one and do a TDS test, and it will tell me which deionized tank is bad. If it's the AquaPro, if it's the first tank, or if it's the second tank. And I'll know right away. So that's how I go out there and test that. So Royal Casa says, with one of your DI tanks, how many panels can you hit before it gets to 10 parts per million? You know what, Royal, we've been using that tank for a long time now, and it's been really, really well. Each tank is 700 to 800 gallons per tank if we're using the AquaPro. So you're looking, worst case scenario, 1,600 gallons. Just with us going out there, and then our deionized brush, the C1000, is about a gallon, little over a gallon per minute. When we go out there and we clean solar panels. So for us, it's like it's forever. It's forever. It takes a lot. And then when I go out and I clean out my AquaPro, well, it's like brand new resin again. I don't even switch out the resin. I just clean it and it comes out brand new. And there's videos out there on that, by the way, how to clean resin on your AquaPro, and they'll show you exactly how to do it. I do have it on my. I'll leave it in the link below where you can buy the AquaPro, and that'll take you to my Amazon page. Okay, and hopefully that helps out. West Coast Power Washing. Thanks, Henry. I will be adding the AquaPro to my setup to gain the life efficiency for my DI tanks. I'm telling you, it works. And I will leave that in the description below for the AquaPro. Just click on that and you can get that. Lion says, I have planned to put up my company on Facebook and Instagram. Should I put my website as well on Google as well? Will it help me further? Good question. I don't know about Pakistan. I think he said he was in Pakistan, right? I don't know about Pakistan because I don't know how Google works over there or what have you. At the very top of the chat is my website. Take a look at my website. You'll have an idea what a successful website will do because we get lots of phone calls every single day. We have discounts that we give and we offer on my website. I have people putting in their address, their name, their phone number for contacts, for bird proofing, for solar panel cleaning. So we have that. We have a lot of stuff that will basically go out there and give us that information to where we're calling customers and we're booking them. And right now in summer, we're booking like crazy. Okay, dang, which one is it? Petra says, Lion, yes, do a website. Google will pick it up. Yeah. And that's what I have. I have a website and mine is optimized really, really well. So I get a lot of phone calls. Dang says, Mark had a podcast earlier today at AM Pressure Washing. Okay. Yeah, he does have. He started his own podcast, and he started it earlier. I think on was it Wednesdays? Is today Wednesday?
I think so.
Yeah, Wednesdays at 3:00. So if you want to join his podcast, join his podcast. It's Wednesdays at 3:00. I am no longer on that podcast. I do my own podcast here on YouTube, and I have my own channel. Mark decided that he wanted to go his way. I wanted to go mine. And that's where we're leaving it. And so he does have his own podcast. You're more than welcome to join his. But we also have ours that we do. And we do it every Wednesday at 6:00. And we try to get that done. Yesterday, I jumped on. And listen, guys, I can come on anytime I want. That's the beauty about it, is if I feel like there's something on my mind and I want to talk about, I will go live and jump all over it. So, Royal Casa says, how many gallons per minute and PSIs do you need for the C1000? Gallons per minute is about a little over a gallon per minute. And you want to run 2,200 PSIs. 2,200 PSIs is optimal for me. People run it even more and it spins too fast. So I will run mine in the neighborhood of 2,000 to 2,200 PSIs, and I'm good with that. And I will run it with 300 foot of hose, and I will run it with 600 feet of hose, and my C1000 works perfectly. Works fine. Hopefully I answered your question. Tita says, if you're starting, would you recommend an AquaPro first? AquaPro is just another system, guys. There's a bunch of stuff out there. I use the AquaPro not just to clean solar panels. I use AquaPro to go into my bigger deionized tanks to keep them lasting longer. That's the only reason why I use the AquaPro. And since I started that, my exchange rate on my deionized tanks have been cut in half. So I don't go out there and exchange my tanks out with Mark as much as I should, because I refilter and regenerate the resin of my AquaPro, so it takes it right back down to 0 parts per million, and I save my tanks a lot longer. So and Susan can contest to this.
Mhm.
How often do I check my tanks?
All the time, every day, every time he works.
Every single time
After cleaning,
I clean, I check my 100-gallon tank. I check what the water is there. If I have 0 parts per million, I'm good. If I have 2 or 3 parts per million coming into the tank and I'm checking that, I'm concerned, because at that point, then I start looking at my AquaPro. I look at my first deionized tank, and I look at my second deionized tank, and I figure out which one is starting to go out, and that's how I kind of monitor it. But um, summer months, I'll exchange them out because I'll be working a lot more. But winter months, hell, it's been a long time since we switched those out.
he's from Nicaragua.
Nicaragua. Okay.
Nicaragua Casa.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Where am I?
Really.
Go ahead. What's
Thanks
that?
for the plug. We wouldn't have started this without.
Oh yeah, thank you, Chairlyn. No problem. Thanks for the plug. Yep. And like I said, you guys are in the Vegas area. Look up Chairlyn and Jeff, and they'll help you out.
Mhm.
It says Petra says, "Goofy, me too. Love my boy. Appreciate it."
Shout out, please, to Solar Panel Cleaning Solutions.
The Slavin group, what's going on there? Slavin group says, "Hi, Henry. That's Jerry up in Arizona." Just so you guys know, Jerry, if you are interested in a water filtration system, Jerry can hook you up there. He builds them. If you guys want to call me and ask me, I will be more than happy to give you his information and all that, and then you can contact Jerry and talk to him about that. He does big systems and
we
smaller
met Jerry at a
systems
show
too.
in Arizona. We were up there, and he's very, very knowledgeable.
Yeah. We met him in a show at the fairgrounds,
At the Home and Garden Show.
at the Home and Garden Show, and had an opportunity to meet with him. So it was all good. Wow, we are going on 2 hours, guys. 2 hours. We got to get off this thing.
We got to give a shout out to.
Oh, we got to get out a shout out to
Solar Panel Cleaning in Stockton.
Solar Panel Cleaning in Stockton, California. Okay, there you go. Stockton, California. There you are. You've been promoted. I know who you are, by the way. Royal Casa, I am from Nicaragua. Hello. Let me see.
OG Bump.
OG Bump, can you read that?
What type of licenses and insurances did you get? They're asking for real L's.
Oh, okay. So when you get a business license, you got to go out there and get a business license. Get a commercial general liability license. You need that general liability license. Also get a commercial auto license. When you talk to your insurance person, make sure that all your equipment is covered. Okay. Also, anything, if you're going to wrap your vehicle or what have you, make sure that is covered when you get your commercial insurance. Very important questions to ask, because some of them won't cover it, and if you're not covered, you'll lose out on it. Tech Cleaning Solutions says, "How's it going, Henry?" It's going great. We've been on for 2 hours already. What's this? Goofy Dude? Goofy Dude says 2 to 3 times a month is insane. No way. That's Goofy Dude. We're not talking about here, and we're talking about South Africa. I think you misunderstood that.
Pakistan.
Or I'm sorry, we talked about Pakistan. There's a guy who asked a question that he gets solar panels that are dirty and he wants to do them 2 to 3 times a month. So just to let you know, that's not here in the US, that's Pakistan. And so at least, don't get mixed up. We recommend solar panel cleaning every 6 months for residential, every 3 months for commercial. That's what we recommend.
Petra says in our area, each city requires us a city license for work as we do in their city.
Okay, so Petra is in on the Central Coast. Well, there you go. So the Super Clean Brothers, we're just talking about you here in Arizona.
We had the pleasure of having dinner at the Super Clean Bros.
Oh
house,
my goodness!
and we ate like there was no.
We felt like we were family when we were there because it was so awesome.
They welcomed us with open arms, and by the way, love the coffee machine.
What coffee?
The coffee.
I didn't get no coffee.
I did.
Oh, that's right. You got the espresso.
The fancy coffee.
There you go. Spotless says, "What's up there, Super Brothers, Super Clean Brothers?" Can you read this? I can't read them anymore.
How many phone calls are you taking and making a day?
Oh, the phones just ring and ring and ring. We can get on the average of about 15 to 20 calls right now a day. Because first of all, we marketed ourselves really, really well. So a lot of people are finding us. We're coming up #1 in a lot of cities right now here in Southern California. So when people do a Google search for solar panel cleaners, we're popping up. And we're finding out we're popping up in Northern California and also in Bakersfield, which I was really shocked about. We had somebody gave us a call and said, "Hey, do you service over here by this Air Force base, Nellis Air Force Base or something?" It's on the Central Coast. And I'm like, "No, we don't service that area." And, "Oh, well, you guys came up." So it just depends how you market yourself. There's a lot of ways to go out there and market yourself. Go on to the next question.
Oh, dang.
Go ahead. I can't read it.
Oh, hey, Henry. I tried to gain access into the blueprint and sent permission. Maybe I'm missing something. Do I need to download something?
Oh, dang. Okay. So what you do, dang, very easy. All you're going to do is go onto my YouTube channel, go onto the community page, and it'll say, and look for a video that says request the blueprint. And you might have to go down on it to try to find out where it's at. But once you request it, I'll get it. If you don't get it, just email me or call me, and I will help you out with that, and we'll get it to you, okay? So if you can, just give me a call tomorrow. I'll be more than happy to get that to you. Go ahead. Next one.
Also, West Coast says also some cities also run a sheriff background check on your business.
Yeah. Okay. So if you are, for example, a lot of them can go directly to your city and check your business license to see if it's active or not active. And I just got mine activated again. It just came up a few days ago, and I just paid for it, and it shows active. Always keep your business license, a copy of your business license, a copy of your insurance in your vehicle. That way they can take a look at it. It's a simple phone call, and then you're all good, and it's all good. And you will not get in trouble for any of that. It's probably best to do that. And a lot of big corporations love that, because when they ask for it and you have a folder and you sit there and you go, here's this, here's my insurance, here's this. Oh, it just makes you look so much more professional when it comes down to that. Go ahead.
Dang says, hey, just want to say, I know Henry and Susan are pretty tired after a long day of work, but still want to connect and share information with us. Thank you both, and thanks to everyone in the chat.
Yeah, do I look tired? I'm exhausted. Yeah, but I appreciate all you guys coming on. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Feel free to knock out that thumbs up, guys, if you haven't done it already. That helps us out quite a bit. Sorry.
Oh, where'd you go?
Where did I go? I think I went up here.
No, go down.
Oh, do you offer what's this?
Oh yeah, starter packs. Do you offer starter packs that we can buy to get started?
Starter packs. What are you talking about? Starter packs.
Tita Cromer.
Tita Cromer. Tell me when you said, do you offer starter packs that we can buy to get started? What are you talking about? Starter packs. I don't
Not
get it.
sure what you mean, but
Yeah, just rephrase it so we can.
or if you want to give Henry a call,
Yeah.
he'll give you some information.
West Coast Power says dedication is good, but getting a good pace keeping you sane. Yes,
Petra
absolutely.
says West Coast. Yes, sane is good. Your customers will understand and respect you if you take a day off.
Yeah. The Super Clean brothers say
Spotless Solar, just keep working hard and don't give up. Early bird always gets the feast.
no, early bird always gets the worm. I don't know what you're talking about, but the early bird always catches the worm. That is the correct phrase.
It's okay, Sanat.
Yeah. I used to tell the girls that, hey, the early bird gets the worm. I shouldn't even have said that. Okay, right here. Go
That's
ahead.
right, Super Clean Bros. I see you out there too, working all the time. Super Clean Bros has actually been getting a lot of bird proofing.
They have
lately, and I commend them for doing it in the heat.
In the heat, there's a lot of competition out there, Sanad. A lot of guys from Arizona are ordering the bird proofing material. So keep up the good work. You guys are doing a great job, and keep promoting yourself out there. Go ahead.
They booked out 3 weeks in advance.
So yeah, right now, Super Clean Brothers says they're booked out 3 weeks in advance, and that is marketing.
And those guys, they market very, very well.
Yes.
Their wrap on their vehicle is amazing.
Makes me a little jealous there.
Have you had to start another LLC?
Cromer says, have you had to start another LLC? Yes, I did. I started an LLC for my business. I have 4 corporations now for all my businesses. And I started this corporation this year, as a matter of fact. I started the corporation for SoCal Solar Panel Cleaning Company. And I did that because I wanted to keep it all separate. So yeah, but I've been in business for over 3 years with the solar panel cleaning company, and I just incorporated my LLC this year.
Solomon Black. Hello, Henry. Thanks so much for all the amazing information. I watched too many. I love it. I will definitely be calling soon for guidance from Central Solar Pro. Thank you.
Oh, appreciate it, Solomon Black. No problem. Hey, thanks for all the kind words.
Super Clean Bros. I have diplomatic immunity.
Oh, yes, you do. Tita Cromer says starter package for beginners like me. Like I see you provide links to Amazon, but do you offer a starter packs to buy, for example, water fed brush, hose, deionized water systems? Oh, okay. I have been in this business for 3 years. I have an Amazon store and I have links for everything that I use. So whether it's deionized tanks, whether it's hoses, you can go to my store and take a look at it. I'll leave a link here for that also. But I don't tell people what to buy. You kind of have to do your homework on that. There are companies out there that have starter kits like WCR, Window Cleaning Resources on the East Coast, and they sell a lot of purified stuff for windows, and they have water fed hose. Those are like starter kits that guys will go out there and buy and use. There's other YouTube video guys out there that are promoting other stuff. Whether they're used for solar panel cleaning or not is beyond me. But I kind of told you, if you watch this video again, I told you how I started, what I use, and then also all my other videos, I do show exactly what I use. So just keep watching the videos. You'll get it, you'll understand, and you'll see. I have commercial videos out there where I've done commercial, I've done carports, rooftops, residential, 3-story, bird proofing, all that good stuff. So it just depends what you want to start with and what you can afford. Okay, that's the best thing that I can give you. Nice. Spotless Solar says, nice. Keep it up. Like seeing your videos. Super clean, brothers. There you go. All right, guys. Wow. 2 hours and 10 minutes. We appreciate every single one of you guys coming on. And hopefully, everybody learned something today about starting a solar panel cleaning business. I really hope a lot of you picked up what I had to say, the good, the bad, the ugly, you name it. Hopefully, you guys learned something. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We really appreciate it. Susan's going to be on a lot more because she decided to show her face and get out there and start helping me out on my YouTube channel. Just so you know, when you see me cleaning solar panels out there, my cameraman is actually my camera woman right here, Susan. She's the one giving you guys the great content out there. All I do is just edit them, and that's it. So with that being said,
if you have questions, if you want to call and talk to Henry, if he's out on a job, he has a tendency to answer his phone. I tell him, come leave a message. If not, you're more than welcome to give me a call, and I'll be more than happy to pick up the phone if Henry can't get to you. And he could put my number in.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and put Susan's number in there also. I did put my phone number in there, but Susan, what's your number?
626-643-64.
Hold on.
643.
Do you want to give out the other one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Want to give that one out?
Yeah,
we're going to give out the other one just because.
909-347.
Hold on 1 second. 909
347
0047. 0047. If you want to talk to Susan, you can give her a call, and she has her number right there, guys.
Only because sometimes Henry does get busy up on the roof. He's in the middle of doing bird proofing, or he's in the middle of cleaning, and if his phone's ringing, he can't get to the phone. So if it keeps ringing, leave a message or give me a call, and more than likely I'll be able to pick up the phone and call and answer your phone.
Oh, and by the way, this is the last nugget you guys are going to get. Well, I don't know if it's a nugget, but I am hiring still. I need a few guys full-time, not part-time. I'm looking for full-time for work. And if not, I'm just going to contract the work out. But if anybody's looking for a job and wants to work for me, feel free to give Susan a call or myself a call, and we'll take a look and see if you guys qualify and go from there. With that being said, guys, we appreciate every single one of you. It's been 2 hours and 13 minutes. It's been a long YouTube video, but we appreciate everybody staying on and all the chat that you guys had put out there. Thank you guys for hanging on. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel and get the notification bell. Click that notification bell. It will let you know when we do come on. And then who knows, we can come on YouTube at any time, guys, anytime. once again, thanks a lot for watching us, and we appreciate everybody out there. And we will catch you guys on the next video. From Henry and Susan, we'll catch you guys on the next one. See you guys. Peace.